Amnesty International derides shocking statements by a senior official that highlight impunity for Iran's 1988 prison massacres. Amnesty International said Tuesday that recent statements by Mostafa Pour Mohammadi, advisor to Iran's head of the judiciary and former Minister of Justice, defending the mass executions of 1988, provide shocking confirmation of the authorities' willful flouting of international human rights law both at the time and now, and a stark reminder of the sense of impunity that senior officials linked to the killings enjoy. The organisation is particularly concerned about comments by Pour Mohammadi accusing those advocating for truth and accountability of terrorism and collusion with Iran's geopolitical enemies, and warning that they face prosecution. The comments, coupled with the appointment in March 2019 of Ebrahim Raisi, who, like Pour Mohammadi, was involved in the 1988 massacre, to the position of head of the judiciary, puts survivors, family members of those executed, and human rights defenders at increased risk of harassment and persecution for simply seeking truth and justice. Pompeo says US will keep Strait of Hamas open. US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has reiterated that his country will keep the Strait of Hamas in the Persian Gulf open to maritime traffic amid high tensions with the Iranian regime. Pompeo called on other countries to assist the US in protecting shipping in the region. Asked whether US sanctions against the Iranian regime have a chance to achieve their aim, Pompeo reiterated that the sanctions are part of a broader Middle East policy, and the administration decided to take a 180-degree turn from the Obama policies, which gave opportunities to Iran. The Trump policy is to reduce the Iranian regime's resources to hinder its interventionist regional activities. Pompeo underscored that sanctions have been effective. Hit by sanctions and rising tensions, Iran's oil exports slide in July. Iran's oil exports have dropped in July to as low as 100,000 barrels per day due to sanctions and rising tension with the United States and Britain, according to an industry source and tanker data, deepening global supply losses. Data put crude shipments at a similar rate and at 120,000 barrels per day if condensate, a light oil, is included. Singapore detained 2 ships carrying Iranian LPG in violation of US sanctions. 2 vessels carrying Iranian LPG, or liquid gas, involved in Iran-China deliveries were detained in Singapore on July 22nd and 24th. The ships belonged to Kulan Shipping, a private Hong Kong company with a fleet of LPG vessels carrying Iranian-sourced cargoes. The detention of the vessels is related to US sanctions banning export of Iranian oil and gas, and the direct result of a court order. Tehran University student arrested to serve prison sentence. University of Tehran student Layla Hossein Zadar was arrested by intelligence forces on Sunday and transferred to Evin prison to serve her sentence. Tehran's appeals court upheld a 2.5-year prison sentence and a 2-year travel ban against her on June 24. Hossein Zadar was arrested during the nationwide uprisings in 2018 but later released on bail. Tehran Appeals Court informed her that she has been sentenced to 30 months imprisonment on the charge of association and collusion against national security, and another year for propaganda against the state. Kurdish political prisoner denied hospital treatment. Kurdish political prisoner Mohammed Nazari, held at Urmia prison, has been denied hospitalization to receive tests for a tumor in his stomach, according to his lawyer. Mohammed Hossein Aghazi said that after getting an MRI and some tests in hospital a month and a half ago, the doctors discovered a tumor in his client's stomach. He should have been admitted for treatment that day, but the agents accompanying him said he had to return to prison unless a judge grants permission. He was scheduled to go back to the hospital on July 18th, but so far this has not happened.